It sits gently on the earth of Naperville's south side, watching over the many activities of Frontier Park. It is surrounded by natural prairie, providing a home for many of Illinois' native creatures. A resident can stop by and register for one of the many Park District programs and be greeted warmly by customer service representatives as a maintenance worker unloads his mower for the day. Many colorful signs explain that this building is one of a kind, that it is green and environmentally responsible for the citizens of Naperville. This idea began in the 1990s with the booming growth of Naperville. The Park District was growing right along with it, especially to the south. The Park District proposed a new maintenance building.
It's one thing to talk about green, it's another thing to go do it. And so we demonstrated that we believe in the concept, and we believe so much so that through quantitative analysis, you have this building.
It was a natural fit, kind of at the right time, at the right place. So for us to think about having a maintenance facility, which you mostly consider, that's where the grease is and the gasoline and things that make technology go today. On the other hand, it is a footprint in one of our parks. And how can that complement the whole mission of a park district and the stewardship of the green space?
With a building plan in hand, the Naperville Park District sought the support of the Illinois Clean Energy Community Foundation in the form of a $100,000 grant. With the foundation's help, the Park District pursued LEED certification.
The big picture is that buildings consume an awful lot of energy all over the world. Buildings consume maybe 40% of total energy use. So once the building is built, its energy use pattern is established, forever. So it's very important to initially design the building to the best standards that you possibly can.
LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. The certification process is overseen by the U.S. Green Building Council, which sets the voluntary standards for projects. In March 2008, the U.S. Green Building Council awarded a silver certification to the South Maintenance Facility, making it the first building in Naperville to achieve this status. The Naperville South Maintenance Building was graded in the following areas: sustainable site, light pollution, erosion, landscape, parking, water efficiency, energy use, materials and resources, recycling local sources, indoor environmental quality, ventilation, thermal comfort, materials.
A LEED silver building should use almost 20% less energy than a building built to minimum code standards. So if you think about the life of this building, which I'm assuming will be 30, 40, 50 years or so, every year this building will use 20% less energy than if had it been built to simple code standards. And that's an awful lot of energy over the life of the building.
The 16,000 square foot South Maintenance Building has many green features that help to become LEED certified, as well as set an example for a better environment and a healthier lifestyle. As residents arrive at the building, they are welcomed by a beautiful prairie. Once an integral part of Illinois' landscape, prairies now represent less than 1% of Illinois' open space.
They provide habitat for local animals that we might be wanting to keep in the area. I know when we put up the building, some people were concerned about owls that lived here previously. Well, they've got habitat because we're keeping these plants.
We don't have to mow it. There's a statistic that says 1 hour of mowing your lawn is equal to the pollution of driving your car for 300 miles. So in a park district, you don't have to then have those fumes. You don't have the noise. It's beautifully quiet here, except for the birds, right? So you don't have the noise from the pollution. There's another statistic that says we spill 17 million gallons of gasoline a year in our country, all over, filling lawnmowers and weed eaters with gasoline. So we're not having the noise, we don't have the fumes. Win, win, win. It's all about what park districts should be doing. It's a wonderful demonstration prairie too. People feel good looking at that prairie.
As you look closely at the building, the coloring complements the prairie, and the sunshades and tempered glass provide natural light and take advantage of the winter sun, all while acting as sunglasses, blocking the sun's heat and glare in the summertime. Not as apparent is extra wall insulation, which helps regulate building temperature. The roof is white to prevent a heat island effect and reflects the sun's rays back instead of collecting and heating up the area. And one common sense idea was included in the building's design: windows that open.
kind of funny. Growing up as a kid, all of our windows opened. And now we have to have a name for operable windows. And it seems kind of like we're going backwards, and fresh air feels good. They know that ceiling fans and fresh air, people feel more comfortable, and it's a lot cheaper. And of course, fresh air coming in helps get rid of some of the fumes of off-gassing of furniture or tiles or adhesives. So fresh air is free, and it helps us feel better.
Combining something old with something new, the Naperville Park District equipped the new building with the latest in automation control, allowing staff to maximize each system from heating and cooling to air quality, all from a computer terminal.
It has multiple temperature and humidity sensors throughout the occupied areas. We have a building occupancy schedule that we put in and that we change from week to week depending on how the building's used, and it keeps it very comfortable.
From its white roof to recycled pavers on the patio, this is not your common maintenance building. The Park District partnered with the citizens of Naperville and took an idea ahead of its time to create a greener, healthier building for generations to come.
Naperville is a front runner, is a leader, and this is just another perfect example of that.